The first XRP ETF has been approved in the United States. Now, there's a catch. There always is, isn't there? But in a lot of ways, this is even more bullish. We're going to break it all down here. But understand this. Most people today, as they sit here and they look at this news, they're going to have no idea what they're looking at, and they want it like that. Most people will see it when it's far too late, and I fear for them that's going to happen here sooner than later. We see breaking, the first ever XRP ETF has been approved. What's the catch? Well, it's not an XRP ETF, it's a bundled product, but it includes Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. They essentially got XRP, Sol, and ADA across the finish line all at the same time. The SEC, they have greenlit Grayscale's digital large cap ETF, making it the first time XRP is officially included in a spot crypto ETF. It trades on the New York Stock Exchange. It allows in-kind redemptions from day one. That's something they had to fight for the Bitcoin ETF. Fully SEC compliant. Now, right now, it has 775 million assets under management, but that's going to grow, and it's going to grow quickly. There's a lot of investors, big investors that they're not going to dig through crypto and look at every little detail. Ethereum is slow and expensive, but you have programmability, and XRP is fast and cheap, but it lacks some of that functionality. And they're not going to get into this. They just know that crypto grows faster than real estate, gold, S&P 500, and they're just going to want the broader crypto market. This is exactly the type of product they're going to like. Further, they're going to look at those performance reports, and they're going to see XRP continuing to outperform, and they're going to want some of that XRP stuff directly. This sets the stage for an XRP solo ETF, but also even more bundled products like this that all are going to have XRP in there. This isn't a futures product. This isn't a trust. This is the real deal. XRP, it just joined Ethereum and Bitcoin as part of a regulated, institutionally accessible ETF, sending a powerful signal that it's legitimate for the US market. XRP's inclusion, it sets a precedent. The SEC, they just acknowledge XRP stands right there with Bitcoin and Ethereum, and for the broader crypto market, Solana and Cardano as well. This is a big deal. Institutions, they now have a clean, compliant vehicle to gain XRP exposure. The era of multi-asset crypto ETFs, it's here, and XRP made the cut. There's going to be more like this. There's going to be a whole lot more, and it's going to bring a lot of money into XRP. Best believe it. You're going to get your standalone spot ETF approval, but this right here, this shows the shift. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. This was a massive, massive announcement. Now, tomorrow, you're going to have a Spaces. This is RippleX posting this to celebrate XRPL EVM sidechain going live. And listen to me here. There is a line of developers, piling in here ready to launch the future on this blockchain because of this capability. Such a big deal. And we're going to discover what's next for devs and the community. We'll explore new capabilities that are available today, not some future that might happen, what they can do now. They're going to show early projects getting ready to launch, cross-chain tools like Axelar, and the opportunity ahead for building innovative dApps and real-world solutions. It's happening here. Going to be moderated by Vet. He does a great job. This was such an important update. I can't tell you how big it is. Now, one of the projects that's leveraging the capability of the XRP ledger and the EVM sidechain is the ZhoDAO. Most of you know I've been brought on as a marketing advisor. We see the ZhoDAO, a first-of-its-kind decentralized governance platform. And you see the founders here, Fabio Marzella and Santiago Velez. Most of you out there probably already know them, but if you don't, you will. They're doing big things here. And why I'm comfortable working with this project is, number one, they ain't selling you a coin. XRP is the coin for the ZhoDAO. But further, once you get to know these guys, they are heavyweights. They are serious individuals. And, I just really, really respect them so much. Link down below. Get on the wait list to become a member of the ZhoDAO. You click on the link, you put your email in, you'll get all the information as it rolls out. And this will be one of the big launches we can do now because of that EVM sidechain. Big, big deal. Now, scams. I like scams. A lot of people out there don't, but I think he keeps us honest and he points out a lot of stuff and it makes you think. But he got caught with the trap here. He's been posting this. There have been 0 RLUSD minted since April on the XRP ledger. He was using one of Vet's tools. Well, it turns out Vet's tool wasn't really telling the real story. He should have checked the chain to see what's really going on. He says, correction. Turns out he wasn't right. It wasn't zero. It was actually 20 million that's been minted in June. And personally, he thinks Vet set him up, broke his own tracker just so he could call him out. Vet got him good there. People don't get scams very often. This time, Vet got him real good there. Like to see that. Today, we had John Deon giving us updates on Linqto. Bombshell. He's saying criminal charges are incoming. I'm not going to dramatize this. I'm not going to throw a lot of my own opinion in here. I know a lot of you are affected. Just going to give you the updates here. John Deon telling us indictments are expected. We have not just the SEC, but also the DOJ involved. Rumor has it, this is what's being reported, $18 to $19 million worth of Ripple shares that were supposed to be for investors, well, they were sold without permission. Garlinghouse, Brad Garlinghouse, at one time it's being reported, blocked Ripple shares from being sold to Linqto. He maybe sensed something was off here. Something was going on. John says bankruptcy likely in 2 weeks. The new management, they're saying 3 out of the 4 major securities laws were violated, were broken. This is serious stuff here. He did stress funds that are held for investors by Linqto, they're still there. So no one ran off with the money. All the shares are there. And there's no creditors. So that's good. But investors, they didn't own like Ripple shares direct. They have these SPVs. Some people understood that. Some people may not have. And a lot of people are saying, well, just give me the shares, right? Like, give me my shares. Well, this is an issue because like companies like Ripple, they're private companies. They can't have more than 2,000 shareholders. They couldn't even legally give you those shares. They have to be held in these types of SPV setups. Now, if the SPVs were mishandled, well, the shares may be up for grabs for other people in bankruptcy. What would be possibly, I'm not an attorney, I'm just giving you some ideas. What would be possible mismanagement? Well, maybe allowing non-accredited investors to participate and be part of those SPVs. That breaks the agreement. Maybe commingling funds. Like there's all sorts of stuff we don't know until you actually see the bankruptcy filing. Now, they are saying they estimate between 3,500 and 4,000 non-accredited investors were in the Ripple SPV alone. And this is a problem because you have all these different types of people. They're all going to have, different motivations. John has a lot of circle stock. He just wants his circle stock. Like, give me my money, right? Someone that lost a lot of money in something like, what was that, PolySign. Well, they might say, hey, this wasn't fair. It was pitched to me improperly. I want my money back. Well, that has to come from somewhere, right? Well, it'll probably come from some of the other profitable investments. You have, current management. They're going to want to get paid, right? SEC, they might want to have fines. So everyone's going to have to go to court and everyone's going to fight over this pile of money, which is investors' money, but which investors and who's entitled to it, we're going to have to wait and see. And John said, look, if this gets really ugly and drags on forever, we could see a lot of that value evaporate. I'll keep reporting on this the best I can. Again, I'll just give you the facts as they come up. Not trying to dramatize this because I know it's serious to a lot of you out there. And at least the value is there. And I hope everyone's made whole. And if you made profits, I hope you get your profits. And let's just follow this one because this affects a lot of people out there. Zuck XBT. He deleted his attack on Ripple's RLUSD. This guy's out of his depth a little bit with this. He can go after NFT scammers, but he don't know what he's talking about with RLUSD and the XRP ledger. He claimed RLUSD had no real adoption. It was just propped up by paid partnerships. This was right after the stablecoin launched. Ripple stablecoin, it's already integrated with payment platforms globally, reaching millions. He's full of it. And yeah, he's deleted it now, but it's strange how a well-known blockchain sleuth jumped to conclusions about a regulated stablecoin. This isn't some fly-by-night. Just months after launch, well, just repeating old narratives. This looks less like investigation and more like propaganda. He's going to be proven wrong over the long term. He will be wildly wrong, grossly wrong. This is going to be a top stablecoin for sure. Now, Hugo's saying the following: much stronger than expected institutional demand for XRPFi. This is good. We're seeing a lot of traction. Flare has met and we've decided to extend the F-asset audit process. Now, Most people don't want extensions, but we want it right. We don't want any catastrophic failures. Make sure you do your diligence here. Make sure everything's ready to go. They expect the audit for XRP to come back at the beginning of August. Assuming everything comes back without issue, we'll be looking for an early August launch. And you have to take this serious because we have major enterprises here getting ready to use this. We have Vivo Power, their advisor, Adam Trademan, ex-Coinbase, ex-SBI CEO, says that Flare Networks, it comes highly recommended by Ripple. Now remember, Vivo Power, they're going to hold XRP on their balance sheet. They are going to have a treasury strategy revolving around holding XRP, investing in the XRP ecosystem, and deploying XRP on Flare to earn yield. You don't want people like Vivo Power putting their XRP, on the Flare network to earn yield and have some sort of failure here. They got to make sure that it's ready to go, that it's safe, and when it launches, we should see quite a bit of demand here. Exciting to see. SoFi Bank, they're trying to launch an international payment rails using Bitcoin to convert USD to foreign fiat currencies. I don't think Bitcoin is the asset for this. It does a lot of things. It's a great investment, but I don't think it's the thing to build, an international payment service off of. We'll see how they do here. You're going to see a lot of people jump in the blockchain trying to figure this out. Now you're going to have real businesses like SoFi, jump in here and throw their hat in the ring. People building real services. Some will work, some will not. We'll see how SoFi does with that. Still exciting to see. Are we going to get an alt season? I think we just will, and we're starting to see this pivot. SharpLink, they've increased their total Ethereum holdings to 198 Ethereum. Between June 23rd and June 30th, they acquired 9,468 Ethereum at 22 million. During the same period, they raised an additional 24 million, which they plan to use to buy more Ethereum. You're going to have businesses like this acquiring XRP, acquiring more Bitcoin. It's going to get crazy here soon. Just wait to see it play out. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.